some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the USC Trojans, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Trojans will put total leather to crank us up. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Washington's offense will go to work first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense. And
they get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that's the first sack of the day, but I'll tell you what, this team's been doing it so far throughout the season. They're in the top 10 in sacks for a reason. They pin their ears back, and they get after quarterbacks.
And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Southern Cal. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run the counter. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. Motion from the wideout. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Washington sends out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So USC's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
Hand off from the shotgun. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the back. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Delay of game. Off offense. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Off play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. It's the conference finale today. Win this one. Extra football ahead. Has taken a ton of hard work to get here, David, and they certainly can't afford to let down.
Yeah, and you people, Reese, you know, they're looking ahead, always pointing to the future, like, they need to win today. Like, their goals are still in front of them, but today is a big day in the conference to continue to keep winning.
And that's the thing I think their coach kept reminding his team of all week long. At the very start of the year, in our first team meeting, we put our goals up on the board. The #1 goal was to win the conference, and they have a chance to guarantee themselves a spot in that game with a win today.
That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. He'll keep it himself. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. It'll be 3rd and long. Now the play fake. Working that left side now. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Looking downfield on first down. Setting up the screen. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Not a whole lot of room it just never developed. This time they'll go to the running game. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Trojans will have it 1st and 10. They'll run it to the right. Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
They're going to ride this running back. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. His drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Makes the grab. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Going for 6. Touchdown, USC! Quick strike through the air for the score. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. He wastes no time and comes out throwing, using the back as a receiver on the screen. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. They'll run play action. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
3rd down coming up.
That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down, now looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. They try to pop a run on the draw. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. off the play fake. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
The Trojans send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. Washington sends out the punt team. He gets it away from his own end zone. And the returner will be knocked down. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got him downfield. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Trojans come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Trying to get the corner. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Leaves it with the back. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down. And the Trojans are on the move. The inside handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The play action fake. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the 1st without scoring. He wants it all. Touchdown Trojans! Fitted in the window for the score.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it has gone final in that fascinating Pac-12 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. UCLA was relentless today in a road win that, frankly, wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Bruins performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake up the Pac-12 standings.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. To the air on second down. And he dropped it. Just didn't hook the thing all the way in. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger one. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Got his man. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last.
Breaks into the open. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Wide open spaces. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Gets it to the back. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Right down the boulevard. It's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Timeout, Washington.
3rd down play from the gun. Fires to the tight end. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one after their own 37. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Pucks it out of the air. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs.
It's another.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Makes the grab on the left. They'll immediately call timeout.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Dead center perfect.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. And with that, let's head back to the gorgeous Pacific Northwest and the fellas at UW.
Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Finds the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't help themselves much on first down. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 20. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. They get a nice pickup on this crossing route against the zone, and everybody executed in unison, Jesse.
Yeah, and Reese, this offense, they've got a plan in the passing game. They've got some stuff ready for man coverage, and they've got some zone beaters as well. And you just saw one there on the crossing.
He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun to give, looking for room. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Trojans are marching down the field. It's a draw. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Holding. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Wants to fire on second down. Sets up the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Good enough. for a first down.
Gives it on the option. Picks up the first down. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Trojans kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He'll pull it on the read. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Here he comes with the return. And the returner goes down. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They'll go to the ground. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Gives it on the option. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Washington sends out the punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Under fire. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
And the Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He'll throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Wide open downfield. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the 2nd half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Trying play action. Here's a heat. Got his man on the outside. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man to the left. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. SMU is currently trailing, But if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Doak Walker among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by 10 to Texas.
Safe completion on the screen.
We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 clash of the Titans, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He just could not get loose, and they'll knock him down 4 yards behind the line. And the Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. There's the pressure. Working the middle. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw on first down. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
This offense has it with really good field position. He'll do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30. The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
For the offense.
Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He'll try the left side. Spins away from the defender.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll go back to the ground. Oh, he got loose. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They go to the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Slam down again, and they tried to just grind out this first down in 2 straight plays. They have been denied. Never a doubt. right down the middle. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Huskies are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Right on the money. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll pull it down. Turning it on. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Bringing the heat. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, this is a very well-rounded defensive line. They play this 4-3 scheme. They've got guys up front that keep their gap integrity against the run, but they can also win one-on-one against the pass, and you just saw the speed off the edge by that D-end.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the 4th quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. You want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
On the move from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd down.
They want that clock to run. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
13. And that's a first down for the offense.
Quarterback running on the draw. He had no chance. A host of defenders back there for a loss of 4. And the Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
3rd down.
Off play action. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Trojans line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Makes the quick grab. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. They forced ahead just a bit, not a lot working with the Wildcat there. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you could tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.